Hello world and welcome back to Goochies BBQ. My name's Ian and on today's episode we'll be cooking pulled pork. So first we'll start off with a boneless pork shoulder joint. I picked this one up from Asda. It weighs exactly 5 kilos. It says it serves 9 people. I reckon we could probably serve 6. So what we'll do, we'll get it out the cryovac, we'll pad it all dry. This is boneless, so it's all been tied together. We'll probably cut the ties off, maybe retie it, get it seasoned up and get it in some smoke. Let's start with the ice cream man. Okay, so I'll get my gloves on. These are handy. It's always handy to have one dry hand and one. Damn things. We'll try that again, shall we? So it's always good to have one dry hand and one hand. Come on, come on, come on. Get in there, yeah. And one hand to hold your meat. So we'll cut this open. Try not to get my other hand wet. Then we'll get some paper towel out. What we'll also need to do is get rid of the skin. For some reason they say it's pulled pork, but you would never leave the rind on or the skin on for pulled pork. So what we'll do, we'll get rid of the strings, we'll remove the skin, we'll get it into a pan and then we'll get it seasoned up. So once you've cleaned your meat up, you've removed the skin, you've retied it. Because it's a boneless pork shoulder, then the way the butcher's done it, he's removed the bone, he's split it open, and then you've had to tie it back together. So what I've done, I've removed the string, I've removed the skin from the top, cleaned it up, and then just tied it back together so it doesn't flop around all over the place. So for seasons, what we're going to do, we're going to use SPG, salt, pepper, garlic, as the first base. Again, you can go quite heavy with this. And make sure you get all the sides. Give it a good pat in. And then we'll use our barbecue rub, and this will give a nice colour. It's a smoky rub. It's got quite a lot of sugar in, so we need to watch the temperatures so we don't burn the sugar. But it really complements pork well. So once you've applied the seasoning, we're going to leave this to sit for 20 or 30 minutes and we'll fire up the grill. So the grill today is going to be the Kettle grill. So unlike the offset smoker, and this kind of demonstrates that you do not need expensive offset smokers to be able to smoke meat. Just about everyone's got a Kettle grill at home and you can easily convert it into a smoker by following these simple steps. So let's fire up the grill. So in order to turn your Kettle grill into a smoker, what we will do, we will put in a pan. This is just an old water pan. I actually use this for a water pan for my smoker. We'll turn it upside down and we'll lay some coals around the outside of the pan. And what we will do, we'll light one end of the coals and then we'll dot wood all the way across the top. That way you create like a snake method where it will slowly burn the coals. It will release loads and loads of smoke and it will give you a nice long cook. We're probably talking typical, maybe, 6-7 hour cook, but we'll see how it goes. So once you've got your coals laid out, what we've done, we put a couple of tumbleweeds at the start. We'll just light them. And we'll wait for the coals to get nice and hot, and we'll just put the lid on. Make sure your vents are wide open to get as much air into there as possible. We're looking to run the smoker around about 250, 220, 250. It's going to be a long smoke. Hopefully 6 to 7 hours will really get that smoke onto the meat. So once you're up to temperature, what we'll do, we'll just throttle back the vents, and we'll maintain about 250 or so. So after resting the pulled pork in the oven for 2 or 3 hours, completely wrapped, we've just unwrapped it and now it's ready to be pulled. And as you can see, it's absolutely just fallen to pieces. It's juicy, it's barky, and I need to try a little bit. It's absolutely perfect. So just to recap, we bought some pork shoulder from our local supermarket. We brought it home, we cleaned it up, we added some SPG season, we added some of Goochies BBQ season. We seasoned the meat, we put it on the Kettle grill. We ran the Kettle grill around about 250, 275 degrees Fahrenheit. We took it off, we wrapped it with a little bit of moisture, some apple cider vinegar and a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. We wrapped it up tightly, placed it in the oven overnight. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. It really helps support our channel. Thank you.